It is very easy to misread a Virgo moon. To the rest of the world, they often project a quiet reserve, observing the world from behind a barrier that feels like judgment. From the outside, their daily habits can look neurotic. They often adhere to strict diets, rely on specific physical rituals to feel in control, and seem to operate in a constant state of internal worry. Make a mistake at the office, and you will see this energy in action. If they feel slighted, they won't yell. They will send an itemized list of grievances detailing exactly where the process broke down. But this distance is a protective shell. They are incredibly careful where they activate their fire, only revealing their intense passion and gifted ability to help others unpack their souls once they have established a foundation of trust. To understand them, we have to stop reading their behavior as blunt criticism. Instead, we see the output of a highly sensitive data processing engine, trying to organize a chaotic world into something manageable. At the core of a Virgo moon's emotional drive is the Japanese concept of kaizen. This translates to good change, dictating a relentless effort toward constant, thoughtful improvement. For many, this drive stems from a childhood where polishing was a survival strategy. They were taught that being perfect was the only way to ensure the rest of the world would be good to them. This upbringing leaves a fractured internal sense of self. Despite their achievements, they often feel they will never be quite good enough. To manage this, they gather massive amounts of data from their environment. They read rooms using a gut intuition that screams when things are out of alignment, making them acutely sensitive to the physical world. This sensitivity fuels an insatiable curiosity. As children, they took clocks apart to see exactly how they worked. As adults, they deconstruct every social and professional system they encounter just to understand its mechanics. Because they absorb such a massive influx of data, their mind runs without a pause. They require solitude and clean environments to prevent sensory overload and find a moment of actual rest. This internal engine built for improvement frequently malfunctions in relationships. The drive to fix things creates a translation error between what the Virgo moon says and what their partner hears. They offer unsolicited advice as an expression of love and a product of their own anxiety. In their minds, they are sharing the tools for good change to help their loved ones navigate a difficult world. When they analyze the mechanics of a relationship, they are using an intellectual strategy to create intimacy. They believe that by understanding the details of a connection, they can make it more stable. But if they face criticism in return, their defenses activate instantly. They have an excellent radar for nonsense and will retract their affection the moment they feel their perceptions are being dismissed. The solution is to define a conflict as a problem to be solved, rather than a personal failing. When you step back and let them analyze the situation, they will lead the way to a practical solution. If you can engage their intelligence and build adventurous trust slowly, that prickly exterior finally drops. You gain an ally who is as fiercely devoted as they are capable. The symbol for Virgo is a woman holding a sheaf of wheat. It represents the ancient, necessary act of separating the nutritious grain from the useless outer chaff. On their worst days, a Virgo moon obsesses over the chaff. They hyper-focus on the waste, the mistakes, and the flaws, scrutinizing themselves so thoroughly that they lose sight of their own gifts. Growth requires shifting that focus. They must learn to look past the flaws and refocus on the grain, the elements of their life and work that are already functional and right. This is their hardest lesson, learning how to pause the kaizen engine. They must learn to celebrate the perfection of this current moment, even as they plan to improve the next. To support them, use a light touch, provide sincere praise, and offer them quiet, natural spaces where they can get out of their own heads and stop the cycle of overanalysis. When a Virgo moon stops overanalyzing their emotions, their critical nature transforms. It becomes a form of practical compassion, a sharp, intelligent empathy that knows exactly how to guide others toward a better way of living.